The rising star Miles ANSTEAD is 8-1 in his pro career, with the one loss coming by doctor stoppage. ADRIAN Miles is an experienced ex-Bellator fighter looking to come back after his 5th-round loss for the Hard Knocks title.
Again, trying to cut off the cage. Miles responding with a kick. Nice leg kick there. Again, a bit of a slower pace here from ANSTEAD.
Well, I think that's a respect on ADRIAN Miles. That's a snapping leg kick. Good work here by Miles ANSTEAD, getting inside those leg kicks of ADRIAN Miles. Now working on the cage, trying to put some pressure on and take him down to the ground where those kicks can't hurt you anymore. And there's that power we're talking about. ANSTEAD able to do things that no one else in this division is, just because of the power that he has.
Well, punches now to the side of the head. Good positioning from ADRIAN Miles there, having that one hand up, blocking those punches effectively, and now back to his feet. Again, the experience playing a factor there, Jeremy, not panicking when Miles ANSTEAD just starts hammering fists at him and able to recover a good position.
Here's another takedown and a successful one from Miles ANSTEAD. Got the double legs. He has to be careful, though. You see the leg on the inside. Now it's come free. ADRIAN Miles was trying to switch through by grabbing the leg, but ANSTEAD now with top position and keeping ADRIAN Miles pushed up against the cage. Not a comfortable position for ADRIAN Miles.
ANSTEAD now on top again, throwing those big punches, but you can see that ADRIAN Miles has that block in, so that way not much damage can be done.
Here's the one thing, the dangerous thing about all these muscles. Yes, they come in handy, especially in mixed martial arts, but they take a lot of blood, a lot of oxygen to be able to power. So when you see that and those big punches that come, you wonder whether ADRIAN Miles is just biding his time before Miles ANSTEAD tries to slow down.
Well, and he said that too. He said he knows that he needs to get
a nice roll through. That was
roll
sick.
Through there, as ADRIAN Miles shows some veteran savvy to find himself now on top of Miles ANSTEAD. A very nice transition there to wind up on top.
Well, I'm surprised Miles is to slow Miles ANSTEAD down.
Yeah, ANSTEAD almost popping up, but ADRIAN Miles using almost an arm drag there, Jeremy, to wind him back in. And now a nice roll there from ANSTEAD to get back on top.
ANSTEAD in top position, but he's got to be careful. That head is in a precarious position. If ADRIAN Miles can lock it up, not much pressure there in the side control. Now the back for Miles ANSTEAD, and he's going to be raining down these punches, and he's got to slow down. I'm imagining Tanner Boser in the corner saying, you got to slow down. You don't have to land 50 punches, just land 3 or 4 good ones.
Aside from one reversal, the Canadian was in charge. Round 2.
Would be huge for Miles ANSTEAD's career, but he has to deal with those leg kicks, and that's one way to deal with it. You catch him and take him down, a nice double leg, and now away from the cage, so it gives ADRIAN Miles less to be able to use to position to get out of this position that Miles ANSTEAD has put him in. And now this, again, the half guard from Miles, and he's almost trying to slip in that arm triangle, but ADRIAN Miles wise to that one. But you see Miles ANSTEAD very wide in his base, trying to keep this top dominant position.
Gave up his back, a choke attempt, now rolling through that. Miles ANSTEAD on top of ADRIAN Miles, trying to find an opening in the veterans' defense, and now punching. And again, not much damage on those punches from Miles ANSTEAD.
Showing domination, though, in this top position, and saying, look, I'm doing what I can to try and end the fight, and that's what the judges look for. Whoever does the most to try and end the fight, that's who gets the 10. The other one gets a 9. And right now, ANSTEAD being patient. He's not trying to throw 1,000 punches. He's just slowing it down and picking his spots.
So again, scrambling, trying to find an opening. ANSTEAD being held on the one hand. Now there's the tap very quickly. This fight is over.
No judges needed for this one, and Miles ANSTEAD establishes himself as a rising force.